we have healthcare, we have the free gym membership.
Mhm.
I don't know what else. Before we did free lunch, we actually had a private chef come.
Yeah.
Remember Jay? Let's talk a little bit about how how important it is that it's been difficult for us. Like, we've not wanting to. This is the first time we're sharing like what we do internally, at MakerFlo with the outside world. We've been doing this for like years. This is nothing like we just started for this podcast. Yeah, I don't want people to think like, oh, free lunches, it started that yesterday. It's like, no, no, no. This is going on for like probably over 7, 8 years,
Yeah.
something like
We
that.
don't really broadcast it though.
Yeah, we don't really broadcast it, but I, we made a conscious decision to sort of talk about it. And for me, it's a bit awkward because it kind of almost like feels like we're tooting our own horn, like, oh, look, we do this. But I think it's more just I think I've gotten over it, and I'm like, hey, like it's good to share, to help others, I think to let others know that you don't have to be nervous about creating your own culture,
Mhm.
right? Like just because this other company says that they don't do it for the bottom line, it doesn't mean that you can't do it. And I think that's super important because I think we get caught up in that. And there's so many conversations I've had like, well, when I used to work at blah, 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 like that was not normal. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't. So like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Or if it was normal, maybe they shouldn't have, you know, done it. And I think it's up to you on what you create as far as culture goes, right? It's up to you once you understand your why. And it's kind of really up to you to kind of do what you want. And I think that's why I really like, for this podcast I wanted to share some of the perks, like some things we didn't even share, like we have healthcare, we have the free gym membership.
Mhm.
I don't know what else. Before we did free lunch, we actually had a private chef come.
Yeah.
Remember Jay?
And that's a great example of how a lot of times the perks can change and they can mold, and they're not always what the team wants or what they love. So we thought bringing in a private chef would be pretty cool. Everyone can kind of get homemade meals, more healthy meals. I think that was one of the requests we had, was more
Yeah.
healthy meals. But I think when you have the same chef for 8 months straight, it gets a little tiring. Some of the same food.
Yeah.
So that kind of fizzled out, but it was kind of a fun time when we did it, and we gave that person an opportunity to start their business too as a private chef.
Yeah.
So we opened up that doors for him to experience how to run that kind of business as a catering business and stuff, and let him go off into the races.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I'm really glad that we're sharing this because I really want folks to know that, build your own culture. Don't feel too afraid to share it. I think it's really good. Like, I'm really glad that we're sharing with you guys because I really want you guys to know that, we're not there's a new thing that I've been saying is that I'm not worried about selling, 10,000 products.
Mhm.
Now I'm worried about how to grow 10,000 businesses. Right. And I really want everyone to know that, we're really in it for the people. Like, we're really in it for our teams. We're in it for you, the business owners, and we want you to grow. And if we can do it internally, I want you to know that we're going to do it for you, our customers, right? We got your back because we've been doing this internally forever. So I think the support goes both ways, right? And essentially I want our customers to have that trust and know that, hey, we do have your back because we've been doing this for a long time internally, right?
Mhm.
And I think that's, for me, that's a great reason to kind of just let everyone know that, hey, let's do this together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's been like 5 years, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. We've had our culture. We've had this. So tell me, just as a review, what is there one thing that you want to see changed in the MakerFlo culture?
See changed?
Yeah. Do you think there's anything that we should remove, or do you think anything we should add? Or have you ever felt like, hey, maybe we need to change this or that in our culture and how we run things? Have you ever had doubt on the way our culture has been, or
No,
do you believe in it and you carry?
yeah, I mean, it really comes down to consistency. Yeah, we can talk all these things, we can put all these things in place, we can put it on paper, but actually doing it and being consistent in it and showing up every day and providing these perks and benefits and living the culture day in and day out, I think makes a difference. This year we've gotten a little bit away from the company events. And we're like, oh crap, it's been like 8 months. We haven't done a company event. Like, what
That's
happened?
weird.
Like, oh
Yeah.
my God. Like, we used to do like, 5, 6 a year. And then this year's been so busy, we haven't, and I take a little bit of fault at that we have done a bad job at planning that. But I think the consistency matters, and our company events is huge because, like I mentioned, some of them are with family members, and
Yeah.
our team can bring family, and some of them are just the team where we can really spend time, intentionally outside of work and create those bonds and create those friendships and spend time together. So I think we have one coming up that we're going to be announcing to the team soon, and it's one of the team favorite outings is going bowling.
Bowling.
And what we do is we actually close shop an hour early, and they still get paid, and we head to the bowling alley, which is just a few minutes down the road, and we've got, pizza, drinks, and wings, and we have a good time, and they can stay longer if they want, and we just have a little party, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just like, hey, it's time to hang out as a team and just,
Kinda
share
outside work,
stories.
but not. Yeah.
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 But I think it's cool that, you leave work early, you're still getting paid to have fun. I mean,
Yeah.
who does that? That's pretty rare.
Yeah.